welcome to Chai, Chat and Wine. This is Keena.
I'm Sonal.
And today we are podcasting from...
The Mound. The Marble Arch Mound.
The Marble Arch Mound. Yes, not Murray Mound.
Which we wish we were at right now.
Yeah, that was fun
That was a lot
when
of
we
fun.
did do that. But yes, so we're at Marble Arch Mound because we thought we should come and see it because it cost £6 million to build.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they were charging initially for people to come in and...
But free today for us.
Today's
and
free.
everybody else
Yes,
was here.
yeah.
I think it's free now.
Yeah.
And basically we're standing on a mound of some mud, and it looks like a prison cell from up here.
Yeah.
And you can see some views of London, but to be honest, there are better viewing galleries.
Yeah.
It's not high enough.
So the one we're looking at right now, we're looking at the Shard, I think. Shard, the Wheel.
Yeah, London Eye, Shard,
Yeah.
the...
Is it Cheese Grater thing?
Cheese grater,
Yeah.
They're all there. So, but we can just see the tips of them because we're not high enough.
No.
And there are better viewing areas. So this made us think about things that are not worth it. And definitely the creme de la creme of not worth it is this mound.
Yeah.
It's ugly. Marble Arch itself was beautiful. Beautiful.
It actually has made...
But you can't see it very well now because it's overshadowed by this mound. I mean, I like green. I love green. But we've got Hyde Park, which is a lot of green, right opposite Marble Arch. Why did we need this mound? Whose idea was it, and why are they wasting our money?
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think it's worth it at all. It looks quite ugly.
Quite ugly. So that's our thing. But other things that are not worth it. Let's see. Let's start with the important things in life. So housing. Is it worth living in London?
I was going to say flying. Okay.
Yeah, okay. First class flights, fair enough. Are first class flights worth it?
I think if I could afford it, I would fly first class.
Oh, so would I. Yeah,
but, without a doubt.
Yes. But then some things you wouldn't. So some journeys like Ryanair and EasyJet are just good enough, aren't they? Your 2-3 hour flights.
Yeah. I wouldn't pay the extra 200 quid just to go on a BA flight.
Exactly.
If you know what I mean.
Not worth it. But if you're doing a proper long haul flight, it is nice
Definitely.
to be able to. So yeah, maybe it's worth it. I know it's a lot more money and therefore unaffordable.
Yeah.
But if it was affordable, then I do think, I agree with you, T. I think first class or
I would pay
business
it.
class are worth it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's worth the money. Healthcare? Well, we live in a country where we have the NHS, so we don't necessarily have to pay for healthcare. But would you pay for private things to be done?
Yes.
Is it worth it, private healthcare?
In some respects, I think it is. I think with emergency care, without a doubt, NHS, you can't fault it. It's just amazing. But I think now with the wait list getting longer and longer and things like that, I think this is where private healthcare will really kick in. And again, but the only thing is it's not affordable. So a lot of people work and they have their companies, which is fair enough.
If you have insurance,
like that.
then go maybe there. I mean, I think the private healthcare is worth it because you may get that better. Having said that, though, we've had family member who's gone through cancer treatment, and to be honest, on the NHS got wonderful treatment. Best treatment possible from the best doctors and the treatment options too, so nothing was crimped on. Bit noisy here because there's some building work going on behind the mound, but anyway, I hope you can hear us.
But then having said that about healthcare too, having done both, I would say when you want to recover, it's so much nicer having your own room, your own bathroom, rather than being out in a ward. When I was out there for a month or whatever with everybody, it was really hot. You don't get a night's sleep. It's just crazy. So
Well, thankfully in life I've only ever been in hospital for one night when the oldest one was born, and the second one was born I just left the same day. I'm going home because it was the worst experience. I hated being in hospital. It was awful.
Not nice.
So I agree. If you can afford it,
again, I would pay for
private
it.
healthcare is worth it.
But
that's worth it. That's things that are worth it. That's definitely worth it. Education. Private or state? Is private education worth it?
Private education is worth it. That's my honest opinion. But that's from personal experience too. I can say that whereas it does develop a child in many other respects, I'm not convinced it's giving you a better education. I'm not convinced of that.
And I'm not. So, I don't think private education's worth it. I think the destination's the same for everybody. And you've just spent a lot of money getting there.
I think if your child has that fight, that will, that want, doesn't matter whether they're in state school or private school, they will find a way to get it. If they don't have it, doesn't matter if you put them in private school or state school, they're not going to get it, basically. Simple as that.
They maybe just will get spoon-fed a lot more in private. They'll get cajoled along a bit more.
Which doesn't help either, because once you hit uni and stuff, it doesn't help when you've had everything done for you and given to you. So no, again, I would definitely say that's not worth it.
Having said that, the only year that private probably education was worth more than state was in this last year because of the number of kids who came out of private school with top grades and the number of kids who came out of state school with top grades for A-levels and GCSEs.
But then that is reflective of real life, if you know what I mean. That's always happened, even in the past with exam results and everything. It's always been the case. But I think in terms of the education, probably private schools were better set up to gear the kids more towards actually.
Well, they have to, don't they? It's a business.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
It's not a service provision necessarily. It's a business.
Yeah, you're paying for it.
You're paying for it, so they have to. So we don't think that's worth it. What else do we not think? Clothes and shoes. Clothes, shoes, designer clothes, designer shoes.
You know me, I'm not into labels or whatever. I think if it looks good on you, wear it. If it doesn't, don't wear it.
Yes, agreed. I do think sometimes it's worth paying that little bit extra because you get that nicer fabric, you get the good cut. But to be honest,
sports thing, isn't it? I think sports is worth it when you're out, sweating, running, and you need that proper thing that's going to take all the sweat, all that kind of thing.
That's funny. That's the one thing I spend probably least on. I just get it from Tesco's. But
they're good. They're a good range.
They are a good range. But you are right. I have recently seen some, what is that, Lululemon leggings or whatever, which are ridiculous, 75 quid for leggings or something.
Yeah, but they probably last you about 10 years.
They probably do.
Ours will probably last about a year.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So you get the value from it, and I think they do. You are right. I think some things, maybe those leggings are worth it. Some things are worth it in clothing. But having said that, I've got some dresses that I've picked up in the H&M sale for like $5, and are still one of my best dresses.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't feel bad wearing them. You don't feel, oh my God, if I wear it, if I spoil it, what's going to happen? So you just wear it, and you get value out of it. And I've still got them, so they've lasted. It's not like they only lasted a year and then they tore. So, but I do think sometimes it is worth spending a little bit of money on some things because you get that little bit better quality, or the flow is better, the cut is better as well, isn't it?
Yes,
suits make a big difference.
You can't have a cheap suit because it doesn't
you can tell.
Look right. Shoes, well, I love Jimmy Choos, but I'm not sure they're worth the money because you really have to think twice when you see the price and think, really?
Yeah, but they're kind of a lifelong investment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get rid of those.
But like in Sex and the City, and Carrie had a kitchen full of shoes, and they were all designer shoes. And you just think, no, that's not worth it. That's not worth it. That's crazy.
Anything in New York, the cost of real estate. Did you keep that with your shoes in there?
No, but she never cooked in the kitchen, did she? So she used to keep it in her oven and everywhere, didn't she? But no, we don't think shoes and clothes maybe. It doesn't have to be high end.
No.
Like people who spend £2,000-3,000 on a dress. That's ridiculous. I don't
some of our
understand.
Indian outfits though, you can spend that kind of money, and every time I think certainly in my case I've had to do it. I've never worn the outfit again. So it can be a complete waste. So,
I've never spent £2,000 on an outfit.
Wedding times?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Literally never.
Yeah, I have. And it's not worth it.
Literally never. But okay, no, I agree with you. It's not worth it. So all of that is not worth it. What else did we talk about? Hotels?
Cars.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it worth buying a brand new car? Again, I would say no, because
not worth
it. I think the minute you drive it out, it devalues by 25%.
Exactly, yeah. So, totally not worth it. In fact, I never bought a brand new car because it's not worth it.
No.
But it's not worth it because, secondhand, you could buy a year or 2 years older and it's worth it. So brand new cars are not worth it.
Definitely not value for money.
No. Hotels, when you go to stay in hotels on holiday,
really
are they
one.
worth it? You get the budget hotels, you get some hostels, or you get the really expensive ones.
And again, we're basing this on the fact that you can afford whatever, but my thing I go by is basically, I think if you're in a beach hotel somewhere lovely where you're going to spend time in the room, whatever, you're going to get a lovely hotel.
Yes.
If you're going to be in a city, I'm going for
and you're just
clean.
sleeping, right?
Clean and that's it. Basic amenities is all I need.
But we also started talking about housing. Then we started talking about flights instead.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth living in central London, or is the outskirts of London okay? I mean, I'd love to live in central London. It would be worth it. It's worth it.
Again, this is probably where my wishing starts. But I would love to live in central London.
So would I.
Yeah.
Would love to live in central London. But hey, you'd live in a shoebox. So is it worth it? Or even north of England and south of England. Why are we so London-centric?
Absolutely. When you can get so much. Yeah, for your money further away, basically. Even other countries, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. So. Retirement homes, that's the next thing we need to start thinking about. Are they worth it?
Let's start building. We need it soon.
What else is worth it? What else happens to us in lives and you've got to say, is it worth it? I'm sure there are many things happening in your lives as you speak.
So I guess maybe even cinema tickets when you go for, is it worth going for those big recliner things? Now a lot of cinemas have it full stop.
Me. Yeah.
But I quite like it.
Do you? No, not for me. Yeah, no, they're quite roomy, the new cinemas.
They are.
Theatre tickets, you can pay 20, 30 pounds and sit up in the heavens, or pay 220 pounds and sit
for one ticket. But, I have to be honest, I can't justify that.
No, but if,
crazy.
again, where we're talking about first class and stuff, if you could afford it, then
we would.
I would totally pay the money for theatre tickets.
Definitely.
I think I just wish they weren't so expensive, but I do love good seats at the theatre.
Yeah.
That is concerts. It is nice to have good seats and good tickets for those.
Yeah.
So maybe limit to going just once a year and get good tickets, or go more than once but then get the cheaper tickets.
Yeah.
So that's what the kids do. They get cheaper tickets and they go more often. So
which is true. I like to see as much as I can. So yeah.
So anyway, this was a short and sweet Is It Worth It podcast from the Mound in Marble Arch. London is starting to get busy. Life is here. People are here. We actually bussed it all the way, so it was quite nice. We didn't have to mingle with people on the underground.
Yeah, it was quite a pleasant journey.
It was very lovely. Yeah, we got to see the sights of London. And now we're going to go and Is It Worth It food in London? Michelin-starred restaurants.
Yes. Oh, gosh. No, I'm not a Michelin-star fan, I'll be honest. I find they fiddle with I don't like people fiddling with my food, honestly. No, you know what? Don't touch it. Honestly.
Don't touch. But they have to touch your food to cook it, no?
No, but when they do all this decoration and stuff, it's really handled. You know what I mean? It's really handled by their fingers and hands and things, as opposed to coming out of a pan and put on a plate kind of thing. I don't like all this handling and...
Okay, what about the taste though? See, I do like, but having said that, over fancy restaurant or amazing street food, I always go for street food. Always go for street food. That's so worth it. Street food is so worth it.
Absolutely.
But I do think some restaurants are worth it, but it's not regular.
No.
It's a one-off.
Yeah.
More for the experience, and then I'll probably never go
back
again.
I have yet to find a good Michelin star restaurant, and I've been to a few, but I have not found a good one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, so are they worth it, restaurants? But we're going for a nice bottomless brunch. Cheap and cheerful, hopefully, but it's going to be yummy, and it's unlimited Prosecco. So
here we go.
So until the next time, take care.
Bye, everyone.
Oh, by the way, you're worth it.
Yes.
Okay, so whatever you decide to do and spend your hard-earned money on, remember you're worth it. So spend it on yourself and your family. And all the best till next time.
Bye.